I almost don't even have the words to break down these headlines that just are so evident of mass manipulation, multi-year coordination, this attack on crypto. The headlines that just keep coming out, it becomes more and more clear to me, and I think to a lot of people in crypto. Look at that headline. Charles Schwab, Citadel Securities launch crypto exchange. I just want to point something out before we even dive into this news, and there's a deeper layer to this. It makes it even more obvious what is happening right now. But I want to explain the news, what it means, what they're doing. The context here is important, though. And if you've been watching the YouTube channel or just following crypto Twitter in general, you know what's been going on, everybody. BlackRock files for a spot Bitcoin ETF. This was the other day. This was yesterday. Fidelity rumored to file Bitcoin spot ETF in US. This is today, right now, today, $1.4 trillion banking giant, Deutsche Bank, files for crypto custody license. The remarkable growth of crypto market in recent years has captured the attention of numerous non-crypto financial institutions and banks. Traditional finance is what they're saying. Non-crypto financial institutions. That's traditional finance. Those are the banks, the ones that missed out over the years on Bitcoin, on crypto, leading to a wave of mainstream adoption for digital assets. Here's CZ over here on Twitter. Deutsche Bank applies for digital asset license. Really not much said there. Tony Edward makes just a really good point. Traditional finance incumbents want to take over crypto. They want to put Binance, Coinbase, and other startups out of business. So remember, while all of this is happening right now in the headlines, U.S. SEC sues Binance, CZ for breaking securities laws. SEC charges Coinbase for operating as unregistered securities exchange, broker, and clearing agency. And here's the headline. While that's happening, while SEC is going after the original crypto exchange, OGs, Fidelity, Charles Schwab, and Citadel Securities to launch crypto exchange. Financial behemoths, Charles Schwab, Citadel Securities, collaborated on launching a Bitcoin and cryptocurrency exchange. This is important as we dive into this news. To attain its objective, the EDXM will rely on the technology built by the member exchange, MEMX. What's the MEMX? MEMX, or Members Exchange, is an equities exchange founded in early 2019. Check this out. The exchange is wholly owned by its founding members, a group of 9 banks. These members include Bank of America, and the others are on here. You can see Fidelity is on there. You can see there's Charles Schwab. Why is that relevant? Because outside of even just this news, we've seen kind of these banks getting exposure to Bitcoin. This was back in April. Fidelity and Bank of America gained exposure to Bitcoin as financial giants heavily invest in MicroStrategy. And there's that famous chart. You can just see Bank of America Securities, Inc. on there. 47,000% gains in their shares bought, their holdings. 226,000 shares. Exposure to Bitcoin, Bank of America. And remember, this is, something that has been in the years, right? Members Exchange is equities exchange founded in early 2019. And now here's the headline. Fidelity and Bank of America gain exposure. Charles Schwab Citadel-backed crypto exchange goes live today. After these banks getting exposure to Bitcoin over recent months. EDX markets a cryptocurrency exchange supported by major financial players. Goes live later today, offering trading in 4 cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. Will operate as a non-custodial exchange, won't directly handle customers' digital assets. EDX's non-custodial approach aims to alleviate concerns over security and potential misuse of customer funds, avoiding conflicts of interest. The debate is getting heated, and we're going to take a look at that in a few seconds over what is going on here. The launch comes despite regulatory challenges in the U.S. following the Securities and Exchange Commission's recent lawsuits against Binance and Coinbase for alleged securities laws violation. It's just weeks ago. This was breaking, and it still is not. It's not good, obviously. And then just weeks later, this is happening. Preston over here puts it really nicely. There's really no better way to put it. I'm sorry, but after watching BlackRock, Fidelity, Citadel, Schwab, and non-Deutsche Bank, now Deutsche Bank, all apply for Bitcoin ETF, spot exchanges, etc., only a few days after the SEC drops a TRO on Binance, temporary restraining order on Binance, and sues Coinbase, how can't you think this entire past year was a giant inside job coordinated between the Wall Street parasites and government regulators so they could catch up? I ask you all the same question. I ask myself the question, how can't you think this entire past year was a giant inside job coordinated? And it's just, I don't think there's any other thing to think. I'm so impressed by this. I showed this in my video yesterday, I think it was. John Deaton. This was from almost a year ago. Listen, anyone who has been paying attention knows that at some point, the incumbents said, we can't kill it, it's here to stay, and decided to crush it so they could buy it up. Tell me you don't agree, and just check out this clip.
And what I think what's happening is that cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin is one of the few times in history where the individual kind of front run the industry, if you will, and the hedge funds. And personally, I think that Gensler's attack on crypto is to allow the hedge funds and the Wall Streeters to come in, crash the market. They come in and then
by the way,
promote
they
it.
do that with the stock market.
And what I think was
I can't point this out enough. This wasn't like 2 days ago. This was almost a year ago. And so just such great foresight there, John Deaton. Just a shout out to him once again. But everybody, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Everything that's happening right now, and it's going to continue to develop, right? All this crypto news that's coming out in relation to all of these things. I have so many tabs open right now, and it doesn't even begin to actually cover everything else that's been happening around us, in the world around us, in traditional finance world around us, in the banking world, right? The banks that recently were falling. The last year of everything that has happened. Gary Gensler meeting with FTX. All of these things. I don't even have those tabs open to go through. All of these things within the last year and a half, all while these big banks getting exposure to Bitcoin, these big banks getting ready for something. And now it's all coming kind of to fruition before us as people in crypto watching this play out. US SEC suing Binance, suing Coinbase, making so many allegations against different cryptos and what's a security, what's not a security, back and forth, contradictions all over the place. Let me know your thoughts, everybody. Hit that subscribe if you're not a subscriber for crypto news, crypto analysis. I really appreciate you as we grow this channel. Hit the like button. Your support means a lot to me. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.